38 past the hour, new developments in the reshaping of the federal government by President Trump and his allies. Overnight, the Veterans Affairs Department announced it has let go of more than 1,000 employees. Also overnight, a federal judge ordered the Trump administration to unfreeze foreign aid spending that President Trump had suspended. This comes as Elon Musk, who runs the Department of Government Efficiency, or DOGE, says it's time to, quote, delete entire federal agencies.
We do need to delete entire agencies as opposed to leave part of them behind. Because if you leave part of them behind, it's easy. It's kind of like if leaving a weed. If you don't remove the roots of the weed, then it's easy for the weed to grow back. But if you remove the roots of the weed, it doesn't stop weeds from ever growing back, but it makes it harder.
As Musk made those comments, 14 states filed a lawsuit against President Trump, Musk and DOGE, saying Musk's authority at DOGE is unconstitutional. With us now is New Mexico Attorney General Raul Torres, one of the lead plaintiffs in that lawsuit. I thank you very much for being with us this morning. What's the premise of your lawsuit?
Well, we keep hearing from our constituents who ask every single day how an unelected billionaire has access to their private information, how he can cut off payments to American farmers, how he can propose to delete entire federal agencies. And the short answer is he can't. It's unlawful. It's unconstitutional. And the lawsuit that we filed yesterday is centered on the Appointments Clause. It is really a centerpiece of the separation of powers that's built into our governmental structure to make sure that the control of the federal government is not placed in the hands of a single unelected, unvetted person like Elon Musk.
But Elon Musk was put in there by President Trump, who was elected. And tell me a little bit more about the Appointments Clause. What is that and the impact of that?
Well, I think you hit on exactly a very important point. This all stems from President Trump's misunderstanding of the nature of the presidency. He seems to think it operates more like a monarchy than a president that operates within strict limitations of a constitutional republic. The president doesn't have the authority to take someone, put them in charge of the digital services office in the executive branch, which was formerly responsible for making sure such important things as websites worked and information technology systems worked, and convert that into a department of everything and place at the head of that department someone who has not been submitted to the advice and consent process of the United States Senate. Now, the president may think this is a demonstration of his political strength. It's actually a sign of his weakness. He has allies in control of Congress. He has a legitimate constitutional avenue for changing and reshaping the executive branch, but it requires the difficult process of persuading the representatives in Congress to enact that policy. If he is unable to do that because they are not going to buy into the drastic cuts, the deletion of federal agencies, then that's a limitation on his power that is a feature of our constitutional system, not a defect.
And so what is your state's legal standing in this?
Our citizens have been hurt, but the state itself has been hurt. We have seen cuts to and disruptions in services to a number of programs that are impacted by DOGE's activities. We have serious concerns about the impact to the privacy interests of our citizens. And when we share information with the federal government for the purposes of the distribution of federal resources, we do so with an implicit understanding that that information will be safeguarded and that somebody like this is not going to have access to information or the authority to initiate dramatic and unprecedented changes to the way in which the government functions. Mr. Musk comes from a place where the motto is to move fast and break things. That doesn't work for the government. It's dangerous, it's stupid, and it's unconstitutional.
New Mexico Attorney General Raul Torres, thank you very much for being with us today. Appreciate it.